Hello everyone, I am Dr. Kunal Vijay, your ACCA mentor. We are discussing cost classification of our management accounting. Till now, we have discussed cost units, cost objects, different centers like cost center, profit center, revenue center, responsibility centers, investment centers, and all. Today's part, we will discuss codes and coding systems used in the manufacturing organization. Let's start. So we are discussing codes and coding system. What is code? Code is a unique set of characters used to identify an item consisting of numbers, letters, and other symbols. It is just like A, B, 1, 2, 3 type of an coding code. Okay. Coding system by which codes are created, managed, and used. Okay. So this is known as code and coding system. Coding system is a system which is used by the organization. A code is a unique set of characters which like numbers, letters, and symbols. Symbols like at the rate, dollar, something. Used to identify an item which as a customer or a type of material. Barcodes and QR codes are typical coding systems commonly used to identify products. Okay, so we use barcodes and QR codes. Barcode is just like that, it is shown in the picture. This is known as barcode. Okay, there are different grid lines and the number is given below the barcode. Okay, it is scanned by the scanning machine. Okay, and by scanning we can define that which kind of material is that. Besides that, there is another thing which is a QR code. QR code in the it is in the square shape, and you must have seen that. So this is known as QR code. It is also scanned by scanning machine, and it gives you the information about the product. So these are the typical coding system commonly used to identify product. These combine codes with a graphical pattern and a machine can read to provide convenient data entry. So what you do, there's a code system which is given for each item. Okay, and by scanning that item or by scanning that code, and we can make the data entry of regarding product. Below is the example of barcode and barcode reader. So this is known as barcode and this machine is barcode reader. Using codes in accounting is to identify transaction in an accounting system and direct them to correct place in the accounts. So it is same when you go to the any supermarket and you purchase any item, and whenever you are at the billing counter, they scan your every item, and this will automatically reflects in their computer screen, and that this item is so what is the price of that particular item, how much quantity is being sold. Okay, so in the same way they do the entries in their books of accounts. Using code is accounting to identify transaction in an accounting system and direct them to correct place in the accounts. Using full description of items even in manual system is impractical because codes are far shorter and quicker to enter. Okay, so codes are very short. You don't have to write it like this is a machine which will be used in the factory, and this is a fourth grade machine. Okay, and this will produce suppose a type of material. So okay, so you don't have to provide these kind of entry. Okay, these kind of information you just have to write down machine for M, factory for F, fourth grade for 4, and a type of है तो if it is a type of material then A, and if you want to use any particular sign then dollar. Okay, so this code will automatically identifies that which factory related is that machine, and what it is, it machine or a raw material or which type of product it will going to manufacture. Effective coding system will facilitate fast and accurate processing and improve the organization's efficiency. Characteristics of coding systems are logical, concise, consistent, unique, and expandable. Okay, what is logical? based on an easy to understand structure to facilitate learning and application. Okay, just like I have shown you with an example that M for machine, product for P. Okay, so you will have to provide a logical code to the particular product. Concise. Concise means shorter. So codes should be just long enough to hold the necessary details. Okay, we are not giving them extra leverage, like for machinery we are using MACH, and for product we are using PROD. No, only M is enough. We can say that to recognize the product or machine. Consistent. The coding structure should be consistently applied across the organization. Haphazard code application must be avoided. Okay, so the code must be consistent. That for machine, if we are using M, then it should be considered for the entire organization, and it should be consistent for each year. Like for the first year it should be M, and for the second, third, and all the years it must be M code. It should not be changed on a frequent basis. For example, two identical products should have codes that illustrate their similarity. Okay, so if two identical products hai, if there are two products, then the same code should be provided. Okay, then uniqueness. Each code should be unique and applicable only to a specific item. For machine we will use M, for product we will use P, for maintenance we will use MT, for services we will use S. So product code should be unique. Expandable. The coding system should have only sufficient room for expansion and additional details. Codes created should have adequate characters to contain the necessary information. So codes must be expandable. Like if we are using 4-digit code, okay, 4M3P, okay, but if we want that there should be a additional space for that, so we will use 3 zeros before that, 0 0 0. Okay, so if there would be any other code we would be requiring in the future, then we can use this digit and this one as well. Okay, so code must be expandable. Types of coding system. First, okay, definition is given: charts of accounts, a document that contains comprehensive details on the classes of codes and accounts and items they identify. Okay, so there is a document where everything is given regarding codes and accounts and items, so that is chart of accounts. Okay, now we are studying types of coding system. So the coding system used by an organization is often determined by the computerized accounting software package, which may come with a ready-made chart of accounts and suggested codes. Okay, so we always purchase a coding system from third party, which is already enabled code is there ready to use. Okay, so we use these codes with an example as well. They have also suggested codes, so we can use these suggested code in the product. So 5 different coding systems are examined: first sequential, then blocked, then faceted, hierarchical, and mnemonic. Okay, so what is sequential? So sequential coding system allocate a standard numeric code to each item in a sequence, like 001. So 0 for bread roll, small for 0 and white. Okay, 002 is bread roll small whole grain, 003 bread roll large and white, 4 this one, 5 this one. Okay, so we are just sequencing all of them. Okay, next one is a disadvantage is there that there might be no apparent connection between an item and its code. Okay, so it is not like 0 is not related to bread, 0 is not related to small, 1 is not related to is white. Okay, this is the code which is given to bread roll small and white. Okay, and the second code is given to 002 for bread roll small and whole grain. Okay, it is not related to like that this is the specific code for bread roll, for small, for whole grain. No, it is not. Okay, it can be anything. This code structure can accommodate 999 individual items, and each item added to product range will be allocated the following available codes in the sequence. So there are 3 digits, that is why we can add up to maximum 999 products. Next one is block. Block or group classification. Coding system group similar items together in a block. This system is often applied to chart of accounts in an accounting system. Okay, this is a better thing. Like 1000 is for non-current asset, 2000 for current asset, 3000 for non-current liabilities, 4000 for current liabilities, 5000 for equity, 6000 for revenue, and 7000 for expenses. Okay, so these codes are given already to the specific items. These code structure can accommodate 999 within each category. For example, the account code for a bakery oven might be 1001 and for a computer might be 1002. Okay, so these code can be accommodated 999, not 999. This must be 9999. Okay, this is 9999. Okay, 9. Okay, good. A potential disadvantage is that the number of items in each block is limited. Okay. Next one is faceted. A faceted code is broken down into facets or groups. Okay. Each represents a different characteristic. For example, considering a future manufacturing using 3 faceted coding system. Okay. Faceted code description is like XX, 2-digit long, represent the department function or cost center. Second one is 2 characters long, represent different cost type of cost. And this one is, third one is 4-digit long, represent the cost item. Okay, 2 digits for department function, 2 digits for different type of cost, and 4 digits for cost item. Okay, so whenever they will use 2 digit for starting coding group, and next 2 digits for next group, and next 4 digit for next group. Okay, so possible chart of accounts for the above code is like, suppose for function department they use preparation, production, inspection, and dispatch. For that they are using 01, 02, 03, and 04. For cost type, like for direct material they are using DM, for labor DL, for expenses DE, and for indirect cost they are using IC. And cost items are, suppose direct material description is 01, 00012, 0100. These are for direct material description. For direct labor 1012 150, and for overhead 151 to 500. Now these are the groups which are made for each type of group. So if we want to provide a code to anything for adding leather to arms of a sofa during production is 02 DM. So information we are allowing to leather. Leather means direct material. So for that 0070 is a code. Okay. For production department, so they are using 02 and it is direct material, so DM. Okay, so for leather material they are using code 02 DM and 0070. This is how they are producing, they are providing codes. Next one is hierarchical. A hierarchical coding system is likely to faceted system because each code is broken down into facts. The difference is that faceted subcategory that represent a subset of previous category. The code grows in length is more detailed and provided. The following chart of account shows a 4-digit code up to 4 hierarchies. Okay, so hierarchy is 3 digits for bread roll, and 3 this for small small whole grain bread roll. There is different code. Okay, so these are the different codes given to the different types of items. Okay, this is hierarchical. If the code number is for an item begins with 3, it means that it is some bread roll. Okay, so they are like that. Subsequent digit provide further details in the code. Second digit indicates the size, and the third digit indicates the type or type which is the roll is made, and so on. Okay, so every digit is for a different type. 3 for bread, 1 for small bread, 1 for whole grain, 12 for white bread. Okay, so these are the types. Okay, and it is hierarchical. Last one is mnemonic. Okay, a mnemonic coding system use an abbreviation or other memory trigger to help identify the meaning of the code. An example is the 3-letter system is used to identify airports in the travel industry. So mnemonic is related to the like that you want to memorize the code. Okay, like BNE for Brisbane, LHE for Lahore, LAX for Los Angeles, LHR for London, Heathrow, SIN for Singapore. In the same way, IND for India. Okay, so these are the 3-digit codes which are given to different country. In the same way, they are also giving codes to the items. Okay, last, mixed code. Okay, a coding system will not always be structured using only one of the above category. In reality, most coding systems are combination of different systems. They are known as mixed codes. Okay, some organization use mixed code like they are using mnemonic as well as they are using hierarchical and faceted as well. A typical example of mixed code is the flight number used by the airline. For example, flight SA237 represents South African Airlines flight from London to Heathrow to Johannesburg. The flight number or code includes aspects of mnemonic code like SA. Okay, this is mnemonic, a number representing the route. Okay, so SA they are using mnemonic, and faceted number they are using the root code as well. So SA237, S is representing mnemonic group and 237 is representing faceted group. Okay, so sometimes mixed codes are used by the different organization. So this is the codes and coding system which are used by the different organization. So there are many types. Okay, mnemonic, hierarchical and faceted is important for your purpose, exam purpose. Thank you.